Hello everybody, today we are learning an easy chicken roll-up recipe. You can make it in a variety of ways. I've set up some of the ingredients here that we are using today, so take a look. These are chicken roll-ups, so here's some chicken. Then we have these spices, oregano, dill weed, garlic powder, dried basil. We have some lettuce and an onion here that we are going to use, and some mayonnaise, cream cheese, and tortilla wraps. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the stove, and I have on the stove a saucepan that's half filled with water. So this is a saucepan with plain water, half filled, and to this I'm going to add these 2 pieces of chicken breast. You can use any kind of meat. You can also use whole chicken breast or chicken legs. Whatever you have in your house, you can use. The cooking time varies depending on the type of cut you use. Chicken breast, this is boneless, skinless, so it will cook pretty fast. So make sure that it is fully submerged in the water, and this needs to cook for about 10 to 12 minutes for it to be fully cooked. Now, a very important thing that you need to do is you must wash your hands. You must put this cutting board away and throw this packet away, because raw chicken has lots of bacteria on it that can get you sick. So it's really important that you keep everything clean when you're working. So right now I'm going to go over to the sink and wash my hands really well and put these things away in the sink. So now I just switched out the pots because I had boiled this chicken in advance, and I think it's ready. How do I know it's ready? Because I checked with a meat thermometer. This is a meat thermometer. Once you stick it in the biggest part of the meat and it shows you a temperature of about 165, you know that the meat is fully cooked. Another way that we use sometimes, although not as reliable but still pretty good, is to take out the meat and see if there's any pink parts in the meat. So if the meat is no longer pink, everything is white, and the juices are running clear, then you know that the meat is fully cooked. So the best way to do it is use a meat thermometer. Otherwise, yes, once in a while we use our judgment. So this has been in boiling water for about 10 to 12 minutes, and when I checked it with the meat thermometer. So all we have to do now is take some time and just shred it into smaller bits. So you could use a knife to do that too, but a fork does a good job as well. So you should see that nothing should be pink on the inside. So use 2 forks and shred this. So that's what I want to do right now. And then while you're doing that, think about what your next steps are. Maybe a friend can help you do that. We have to make a filling that we're going to put inside, and to that filling we're going to add the chicken after it's shredded. So I'll start the filling. So now it's time for us to make a creamy filling to which we are going to add our chicken. Now to start the filling, we are going to use some cream cheese. Now if you buy cream cheese at the store, you need about 4 ounces. That's about a half cup, and you're going to add that to a bowl. We buy our cheese in huge amounts, so I'm just approximating about 1/4 of a cup, okay? You can certainly measure it using a dry measuring cup. I'll use this dry measuring cup to measure 1/4 of a cup of mayonnaise. So here's a big jar of mayonnaise. I'm going to scoop it out like that, level it up a little, and I'll put it in this. So now it's time to add our spices. The recipe says we need about 1/8 teaspoon of these 4 spices. We don't have a 1/8 teaspoon usually in a measuring spoon set. Therefore, I'm going to use a 1/4 teaspoon, and I'll just approximate and add accordingly. So that's about 1/8 of oregano, dill, garlic, and dried basil. You can always use fresh herbs. You can use fresh garlic if you have that available. Now we have to mix it all together. If your cream cheese is softened up, if it's at room temperature, it will be better for you to use because everything will mix more evenly. find a spatula and mix it all together till it becomes an even mixture. So now we have prepared our creamy mixture over here, and now it's time to prepare some toppings. Whatever you feel like adding, you can. So I'll start by removing the core of this lettuce, and to do that you could go like this, and that pops out the core. Okay, put that aside. You're only going to need a small amount of it, so you can use whatever amount you like. I'll just cut a small section of it right now and shred it like that. If you like onions, you can use those as well. So here I have this onion. Now to cut an onion, here's what you do. First cut this end off. Then cut this end off, but don't remove all of it. So go like this. Then keep the flat side down and cut it into half like this. Remove the outer papery skin. So I only need to use a small amount, so I'll just show you this half. So I'll move this away. And then to cut it into smaller pieces, hold the knife like this, go like that. If you want, you can also go like this to make it even smaller. And then go in and cut these pieces. So now you have some onion to use as well. Now it's time to put everything together in a tortilla to make our chicken roll-up. So finally it's time to make our chicken roll-ups. So here's a tortilla. Take a spoon of this filling, spread it out because it not only flavors the whole food, it also acts like a glue to put everything together and prevent it from slipping and sliding. Take some chicken, use whatever amount you think you like. If you put too much of the filling, the only one drawback is that it doesn't roll up really well. Other than that, you can adjust the amount according to your liking. And then also add some onions. That's if you like them. You don't have to if you don't like onions. Take some lettuce. And then all you have to do is roll it up. So tuck it in like that. That helps you keep everything in. So and there you go. So here's your little chicken roll-up. Eat it as a snack or as a meal. So here's how you make the chicken roll-ups. This is just one way of doing it. We hope that you can find many other variations of this recipe and customize it according to your own liking. For example, I'm already thinking a great addition to this would be adding some jalapenos, adding some hot sauce, maybe in place of using cream cheese or mayonnaise, you might want to add some tahini. So anything of your choice can go in there. So experiment, enjoy.